Super Blackjack Battle 2 Turbo Edition, The Card Warriors. That is one crazy long title for what is just a basic blackjack game. Sure, it looks interesting with its flashy Street Fighter-like looks to it. However, when you actually start playing this, you quickly realize it's just a hollow, simple game with no real appeal other than a blackjack simulator. Like I mentioned in my previous review of Stormboy the game, this is the second part of my eShop Dumpster series, where I find a game that's on sale for under $1 to see if it's even worth the small price I pay for them. Now this one actually had a lot of potential. If they had done something, anything with the idea of going up against other players in a battle type gameplay, this could have actually been quite interesting. However, that's not what this is. In the single player game, you pick your character and then you go up against another one. I don't know if it's random or not who they pick. You and the other characters will play against the dealer, not against each other. You have 10 rounds of blackjack to see who has the most money at the end or who bankrupts before the end of 10 rounds. Each time you start with $1,000. Picking which chips to play was a little clunky and took me quite a while to get used to. Here's where things kind of fall off the rails. There is no incentive not to just bet everything right away to give yourself a big lead. What happens if you lose? Well, you see the losing conversation, select continue, and you try again with another $1,000. You can do this as much as you want. They give you unlimited continues. Why not limit us to like 5 continues? Or make us earn them in the game by getting blackjacks. Throw in a joker into the mix as a wild card. Do anything to change up the basic gameplay of blackjack, but they just won't do it. It's a straight up blackjack game which gets boring pretty quickly. If we were playing against each other, this actually might get a little interesting. But since we're actually battling the dealer, it feels like we're playing against him with just another player who happens to be there as well. There's no point to the other person in this game, other than giving you some number to try and beat. You would think the other players you are playing against would have different difficulty levels, or more aggressive playing styles, but I never saw it. Give us stats on the other players, give them weaknesses like luck points, which will give you better cards or something like that. If there was some difference between the characters other than the character models, I would be very surprised. Now you can just play a game of blackjack, and believe it or not, there are actually some different things in here. Once again, they start you at $1,000. However, this time if you lose it all, you have to spin a wheel to see how much you get next time. Sometimes it might be way less or even more. There is a goal in this one, and that's to get enough money to unlock a character. If you actually care, which I doubt you will. Other than that, it plays exactly the same. There's also a party mode, where you and 3 other players, either live or AI, will play against each other in 10 rounds. The game will either end at the end of the 10th round or when all the other real players are out. Super Blackjack Battle 2 Turbo Edition, The Card Warriors, looked like it could be a fun twist on blackjack. The only twist is that it's a new coat of paint on the same game with no changes to the way we play it. Sure, they add little touches like short conversations between the characters if they win or lose, and it's really only there to try and distract us from a very simplistic blackjack game. Now this is normally $7.99, but I picked it up for 99 cents, and you should definitely not pick it up at the full price. And honestly, unless you really like blackjack simulators, there really isn't much here to make me say you should pick it up on sale either. It could have been so much more if they actually decided to do something with the concept. I liked the overall look of the game as it was very colorful, and I liked the references to Street Fighter, but it really had no substance at all. And I think this is just one game you should skip.